Hello, everybody, and welcome to another comic review. I am your host, Rainbow Red Panda, and today I am doing a review on the issue number 26 of Morning Glories. It is the 26th issue, but from what I've heard, it is like the first issue of the second season. That's not normally something that you hear in comic books, like seasons and things. So, my comic book, the guy at the comic book store gave this to me to review. He doesn't normally stock Morning Glories, but he had a few of these, and he wanted an opinion on it. So he wanted me to read it and give what I thought about it. So I thought I'd do a review so that everyone knew what I thought in case you guys were thinking about starting it. I know a lot of people that read Morning Glories or that want to read it. And the people that want to read it, they want to read it, but they haven't, I don't know, they just haven't started it. They're on the fence, whatever. So from what I understood, this would be a good issue to start in if you were going to start it. So, just to begin with, I have never read any of the Morning Glories issues before. I have read reviews and things in the past. I don't really remember anything of what I've read. It is an Image comic, so that kind of means to a lot of people that it is going to be awesome because Image does have a lot of good titles. So, I don't know, this one came out a few weeks ago, and already by the cover, I like the cover because, it's just, sort of the face of a girl who has, big, bright, it almost reminds me of, an anime character, her big eyes, and I don't know, that's appealing, but you can't, covers can be foolish, so don't just buy it for the cover. But I've never read any of this, so I am one of just a complete blind review. This is just what I've thought of the first one, and honestly, overall, it's a good story, maybe. I feel like I have to read the other beginning issues. I could not just read it based on this issue. It starts off really well. It's like a man or a woman in a restaurant getting dinner. She meets a man who at first I thought was her boyfriend, and it turns out, I guess, that it's not. It's maybe a friend's dad or something. I'm not really sure. He looks to be her age, but she quotes later on that he's twice her age, or that she is as old as one of his children. So I don't see the age. I don't know if that was just poor illustration or if that was some sort of joke. I'm not even really sure. I think at the end of the thing, her name is Miss Clarkson, but who knows if that's a real name or if that's an alias. Apparently she is a school teacher, maybe. I'm not really sure on that either. The one thing I don't like is whenever you open it up, this beginning cover, it says MGA Season 2, and I don't know what MGA is. It looks like maybe it's a school crest or something, so maybe this takes place in a school. I'm not really sure, maybe before it ends in a high school, so maybe the scenes with dinner and things before it were a summer break, and then it shows the beginning of the school year. I'm not really sure on that. That's something, after I shoot this, I'm going to Wikipedia it or something and see what it's about, because I really don't completely understand, and I have a lot of questions. I have more questions than I have positive things that I like about this. The main thing, it would be a decent comic for me, except for the fact that in the middle, it just has the woman starts off as a blonde. Here's what she looks like before. She's a blonde. And then afterwards, she dyes her hair black. And she looks kind of like a frumpy, old woman. She looks really, really old afterwards to me. And so, she dyes her hair. It looks like she just broke up with her boyfriend or something. She's staying in a hotel. So she grabs a passport and goes somewhere, and then it just shows various things. It's very choppy. It's not flowing. There's 4 pages of just straight illustrations of her, but it doesn't say what she's doing, why she's doing it. She gets on a plane, and then she goes on a boat, and then there's an explosion, and then, I don't know, eventually she plays chess on the next page. And I don't know, like, it's just, like, really, she shoots a guy in the back of the head. Like, it's just very choppy. It doesn't explain, like, what's going on, why she's done these things. So, for being something that's in the first, like, season 2, like, first issue, I feel like it needs to explain, at least have, like, a backstory in the beginning. Like, I mean, it's common that comic books do that anyway. Most comics that you read, they're going to say, like, previously in Morning Glories, this character did this, and it led to this, and then this happened, and now we're going to find out what happens between her and whoever. Like, that's kind of common. So, that didn't have this, and with these few pages of just random things, and her doing things, I kind of assumed she was maybe an assassin or something, but I don't really know, since at the end it turns out that she's a school teacher. So I don't really know what's going on with her. And then there is a daughter who, I think she is the one that's on the cover. She has blue eyes, but her hair is a yellower blonde than the girl on the cover. This is like a very, very pale, like almost a bleach blonde type hair. And this is like a very yellowy hair. So I'm guessing it's the same girl, but I'm not really sure. She's going... At first, I thought it meant that she had just moved to the town because it talked about her first day at a new school, but I guess it's just her first day of high school, so it's just her moving to a different building, from what I'm assuming. And she has friends and enemies. She goes to class with this girl. I guess you could call her a frenemy in girl terms, a friend/enemy. And they're talking between each other about, I don't know, being class rank. I guess the blonde was number 1 and the black-haired girl was number 2. And I don't know, there was an accusation of cheating and whatnot. And then just, it ends with, it ends on a good cliffhanger. It ends with the teacher introducing herself, and the teacher is the woman who may or may not be an assassin of some sort. So, I don't know. I feel like this could be a television show on, like, Teen Nick or ABC Family or something. Like, it seems very soap opera-ish to me. I'm sorry if you guys are, like, diehard Morning Glory fans. I'm really sorry. I haven't read the whole series. I'm sure if I had, the whole thing would make more sense, but by telling viewers to, or not viewers, see, to me, it's like a television show. I really did. I felt like I was reading a television show, and so maybe they'll develop this into a television show. I'm pretty sure it's not already one, but maybe they'll develop it into one. I feel like it could be a good show for, like, adolescents, like, mature adolescents, like 16 to 18 or something like that. So, I don't know. Overall, it could be decent, but it's one of those comics I would not be able to start reading it from right here. I would have to get the backstory, at least read what it's about online or something, and then eventually get the trades or see if they had 1 through 25 on eBay or something like that. I could not just pick up and read it from right here because there's too many questions. So by marketing this and saying that is a good pickup spot for new readers to start, I think that is not correct. And I think that they should, if they're going to say that, they should at least have a little bit of an explanation in the beginning page instead of just a school crest type symbol. So that is just my opinion on that. And then on the back is the similar symbol. The one thing I did like about this is that it has an advertisement for the Bounce, which I'm going to order that, which Joe Casey, who does the Haunt series, is doing that. So I'm excited for that, but that's just an advertisement that has nothing to do with the actual comic of Morning Glories. So, I don't know. Overall, it could be decent. It's weird. A lot of guys read this, so I'm guessing that this is not... Either guys are reading it because of inappropriate reasons, which I don't see there being a lot of, like, stuff like that, but I don't see guys wanting to read something about, like, high school, like, petty drama, and so far, some of that seems to be what's going to happen. I don't know, maybe this teacher has some, like, amazing secret life, but I just think it's funny and a little strange that a lot of guys are the ones that read this and the girls aren't. So, I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not offending the writers. I'm sure that it is a very, well-written comic and everything. I'm just saying that this issue is not the issue to start on. I don't know with seasons I don't know, like a comic book having seasons is just strange to me. Once again, it reminds me of a television show. I feel like this should not be a comic, it should be a TV show, and I don't know, I have to do some research on it. I have to read at least the first issue now. So they do have that. They do have that I'm going to go out and purchase the first issue somewhere. Probably I'll look on eBay or something because, like I said, my store does not carry this. And since it's already in the 26th issue, I'm guessing that the first issue, like you can't just buy the beginning issues. It's issues, you'd have to buy a trade or something. So if you guys are curious about it, pick it up. Pick up this if you want to read it. It's only $1. They did this special thing. They sent them out to a bunch of comic book stores. They're only $1. So I mean, it's $1. It's not that pricey. So it's not like if you didn't like it, you'd be wasting a ton of money. So I mean, check it out if you want. I would check out the previous issues for sure, though, if you're going to start reading it. I feel like that would be the best place to begin, but who knows? And if you've read it, let me know what you think. If you've read it, I'm sure you've read the 26th issue, so, let me know what you think of the series as a whole, what you would think if you were reading the 26th issue as your very first issue, like I just did. What you would tell people about reading it, if you would recommend it to a friend, if you wouldn't. Just anything like that. If you're on the fence, comment and let me know that. And just, I don't know, if you like the video, rate it thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can read or look at any of my other comic reviews. And you can also visit your comic book stores and pick up Glories or any of the other comics that I have reviewed. So, I am Rainbow Red Panda, and that is all I have for today. Bye!